Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I am Subject. I have Robert, Michael Myers, and Noah Sherry Moon Zombie.
Whatever.
And
I'll
we're
take it. She's not bad in this movie.
no, I think
No.
I think this is probably her second best role.
She gives a
Uh,
pretty good performance.
I really like her in the Devil's Rejects. But we're here to do Rob Zombie's Halloween as voted by you guys. Okay, so I have a slight complaint about this movie's release. I own this on Blu-ray. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I only own the director's cut on Blu-ray. It does not come with the theatrical cut of the film.
Yeah, and I
Weird.
think the big Scream Factory box set that's out of print of all the Halloween movies, I think that also just has the director's cut and not the theatrical cut.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Mm.
and there's things that I remember liking better in this. However, I will say, and we'll talk about it more when we get there. The big thing that I don't like about this is I think the big escape scene is worse in the director's cut.
That's the general consensus.
All right. Robert's in the chat. That's crazy because he's also right here.
Ooh, I'm the
Maybe,
boogeyman. I can be
maybe,
anywhere.
yeah, maybe he's the. Are you the boogeyman? Let me pull up the
As a
time.
matter of fact, I do believe I am.
Hello, detective. All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0? We are doing the theatrical cut, which is 150. Google lied to me. Shocking. Is everybody at
Oh,
timestamp 0?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mine is 144 on the AMC Plus.
Oh, that must be a cut down version.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How-
mine's an hour 50.
What the fuck?
But Noah got the censored TV friendly one.
It
is what
wasn't
seems like.
censored though. That's very strange.
You want to just wing it and see how it goes?
Uh
Or do you want to
No.
just rent it?
I'm gonna rent it. I'm gonna
Alright.
rent it. Yeah. Give me
That's
2
bizarre.
seconds.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I remember way back in the day when I was starting to get into horror movies, and I would watch some on our cable box on like video on demand, and I ran into a couple where I was from like AMC, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is the edited down TV cut, not the full movie. So weird.
Weird. Okay, I am ready now.
In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh shit! Don't play. I didn't have my remote in my hand.
It
All right.
also starts with the modern Lionsgate logo. I don't know what you guys have, but
All right. Give it to timestamp 0 because I'm an idiot. In 3, 2, 1, play. Mine starts with a Dimension Films.
whatever.
It's fine. Is
We're doing
yours
it-
an
we're doing
hour 50?
Yes, it's an hour 50.
Yeah, mine has the Lionsgate logo. I rented this on YouTube.
Okay, Robert and I will be synced.
Why is the release of this movie so fucked?
So, because I own the theatrical cut digitally, so I'm just watching it that way. The Darkest Souls
Darkest
from Samuel
Souls.
Loomis.
We start with a quote from a character in the movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's no Welcome to Primetime, bitch, but it's pretty
it's
good.
true. This is the first Halloween movie I saw.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Already. I'm just dreading this opening scene.
Why?
Yeah, it tells you what it is pretty quickly. What is the legacy of this movie? Like, what do you guys think the general consensus is now, almost 20 years later?
I feel like this is like everything. It's split down the middle. You have people like me who like it for what it is, and maybe it's more their speed, the kind of trashier, sleazier movie. And then you have the diehard originals who don't think that Michael's backstory should have ever been explored. I don't think you're going to get a general consensus. It's those are the two camps.
And speaking to that, I'd say, as a fan of the original, and the original still being my favorite, I don't know if this movie, to me, commits any sins or mistakes that previous sequels hadn't already. This is one of those, like, just beaten into the ground franchises, and then at this point, it's like, yeah, you gotta remake. What else are you gonna do? You could also just not make the movie, and we could just stop making Michael
I like
Myers
that
movies.
idea.
But if you're gonna do it, and while I think we enjoy, in our circles enjoy Halloween Resurrection more than most, just for how terrible and hilarious it is, there was nowhere to go after that. Like, I can't agree with the purists of the original who are like, no, it's sacred, and this remake ruins it. It's like, did you see most of the sequels that predate this?
Halloween Resurrection is sacred.
I
We
I
don't
know
mess
it's
with
a
that.
point of contention. I love just how vile the stepdad is.
Eh. I think I'd appreciate it more if there weren't so many characters like that in this movie, and then especially in the second one. But it just gets a little exhausting. They're just
Especially
crazy
this
rednecks.
is. It gets exhausting in this scene, the first scene.
Yeah,
It's just like an onslaught of like, I despise all of these characters immediately.
a lot of screaming and swearing.
Well, I don't despise the mom because she's one of the ones we're supposed to like.
I do at the end of the day find her sympathetic enough.
Yeah, but I hate the dad and the sister immediately because they die, and then when they die, I feel nothing.
I don't hate the sister. She's just a dumb teenager. Like, I don't know. I don't think she commits some
I mean,
sin that deserves death.
the dad is the worst.
Yes. Mm. But that baby is kind of creepy. I don't trust that baby.
Lori.
Oh my god, spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Well, and I find this is an interest more than anything is a interesting companion piece to the original in the nature versus nurture debate.
Yeah,
And here's the kid from Spy Kids.
that's true. He's the boy.
Oh shit, that's who that is.
Yeah. I don't think Rob Zombie is a strong enough screenwriter to tackle some of those themes
No.
of the domestic drama and what turns Michael into a monster. But in the lens of a grindhouse kind of exploitation movie, like, I can't appreciate what this one's going for.
I mean, I like this movie, but I will be the first to say he was the wrong person for this. It is clear they just went, who's big in the horror genre right now? He had just come off of Devil's Rejects, which got a lot of buzz and a lot of good reviews and made a lot of money. Well, he can do it.
And it's funny because I both agree and disagree with that, where the biggest compliment I can give this movie is it's got a take, it's got a style. It is Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like, this does not scream studio movie, even though there were plenty of compromises and
The back half is the studio interference.
Yes, and we'll get to that. But with a lot of like the Platinum Dooms remakes of this era, many of which I enjoy, they're not all terrible. I think a common theme for a lot of those remakes in this era is they're all kind of samey. They don't have like a strong authorial stamp to them or like a strong director's vision. They're just very obligatory. We gotta remake this movie because it's popular. And to this movie's credit, it does have a very specific style and take to it. Like we recently did a
Yeah.
commentary on the Fright Night remake, which I enjoy.
Mhm.
I do think that's a fun movie, but it doesn't have like a strong, I think, like vision or take to it. It's just an update. It's just a modern version. For what it is, I think it's enjoyable. But this
Yeah.
movie has more personality
This
from the
is Rob
director.
Zombie's
No,
Halloween.
he wanted to make
Yes.
this movie, but when I say he's the wrong person, this would have been a better Friday movie.
Well, he
Yes,
would have been better
and-
for Friday or Texas
or
Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw.
Or Texas
yeah.
Chainsaw.
But Malcolm McDowell, great casting for Loomis. No complaints there.
Of course. Some of his characterization I'm iffy on, more
But-
so in the second movie. But
I think this carves enough of its own identity, and why I will stick up for this movie. I don't think it needs to be either or. I think there's the differences enough that both versions can exist.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
fair. Again, I
this is
still
just
find
my
it.
preferred version.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I still find it unnecessary, but I could also appreciate it for what it is. Like for me, ranking this with the other Halloween movies, this is somewhere in the middle on my list. I think it's fine.
This is probably fourth at this point, maybe third. I'd watch this
Yeah,
over
for
any
me,
of the
it's-
original Michael sequels.
And we're not that far off. Like this would be 4 or 5 for me.
That's not the middle of a 12 film franchise.
Tomato.
That's upper middle. It'd be in the lower
'Cause
middle.
I think the only original Halloween sequel that I'd put over this is 3.
Yeah, I also prefer. If we're not going to agree on this, I prefer Halloween 2 over this, just because that has more of the
Same.
style and tone I'm looking for. And Donald Pleasance is great. It's kind of slow and it's not great, but
Well, and one thing
It's
I've
just
heard a lot of
more
people
my
complain
speed.
about is why would you keep the sister thing? And I've always resisted that because at the time that was just this franchise. It was thinkable to remove that at the time. It's not until 2018 when they did it that people were like, "Oh yeah, we can do that."
and
I'm glad
now
they did.
yeah, and I agree. But there's a whole slew of Halloween fans that are like, no, Michael and Laurie should be sisters. That should
They
be
should
siblings.
be sisters.
They should be sisters. Now that would be interesting. But no, they should be siblings.
Twist.
And it's like, God, no, that was always a horrible idea. But to your point, John, I think as a remake, I'm fine with for what this take is. I think keeping that angle is fine.
I think this is the best.
Even though I
I think
don't
this
like
is
it.
the best that's ever worked.
That's what's funny about it is for so many movies in this franchise, the mythology becoming Michael and Laurie being related. The Rob Zombie movies, to their credit, do explore that relationship way more than the early movies do.
Yeah.
Because we unceremoniously kill Laurie off screen in a car accident before the start of 4. Like, and then it's Jamie's story, but it's not about Michael and Laurie's relationship. Laurie never even like finds out what his deal is by the end of 2. Like, we don't talk about it.
You really get
No,
that
and then you get
explanation
to-
in the or exploration in the sequel to this.
Yeah.
And how that affects Laurie.
Well, and
Right? He's killing him.
He's killing him.
what I like about this movie is it's really gutsy not to introduce your final girl until the back half. And just say, what if we just showed Michael's like rise? Because I like the original Halloween. I like it a lot. If you ever remake it, I didn't need Michael to be the exact same. So I'm not attached to every reinterpretation of the character has to be that mysterious thing. This could have blown up in their faces.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and again, to give this movie a compliment, I appreciate that it's different. This is not a shot-for-shot remake of the original. Like, I do appreciate that it's doing something.
I appreciate all those things. Yeah. I think that on paper this movie would work for me. I just think in execution, Zombie kind of fumbles it. My preferred take on Michael Myers is the classic. He's the boogeyman. He's the representation of pure evil. I'm not against doing something that sympathizes with him more, and we actually see like get into the mind of a killer and see how he became the monster that he is in the future. I just think like this is such a generic movie serial killer origin,
Yeah,
and
But I would argue that that's kind of the point. It's just there's nothing special about this kid. He just wrong place, wrong time.
it's just not really compelling for me to watch. Is the thing.
speaking of the thing, it's on the TV.
There's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm very mixed on this movie, but another compliment I'll give it is I will take this Michael Myers backstory over the Cult of Thorn bullshit from
Yes.
6.
And I still need to see that, so I don't even. I know that there is a cult, but I don't fully know like what happens in that.
It's awful.
Tyler
But you
says
do
he's
watch
back.
it.
Timestamp is on the screen.
Yeah, we're still with Kid Michael. He killed the bully.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to bring up is like why the execution doesn't fully work for me with this version is because that they make the dad and a lot of the other figures in his life so cartoonishly unlikable. It just like it just feels if like Zombie doesn't really understand. I think he needed a different writer or someone else to execute these ideas because it just feels real, like I said, generic and like not fully fleshed out.
Yeah, and I'm like it's a movie, whatever, but I don't think it's as deep as Zombie thinks it is, which I think is really a problem with the second one.
Yeah.
No, the second
yeah.
one, that is a problem. Because somewhere between this movie and the second one, he discovers psychological horror, and it really derails his career there for a little bit.
Sometime between this movie and the second one, he discovers Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me.
Yes.
Which that movie is just Fire Walk with Me
Because
from Temu.
And his movie, I think it's right after that, maybe a couple movies later. Lords of Salem is worse.
Yeah.
It is trying so hard to be like a Kubrick movie.
We just got a super chat from Tyler.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh, happy Halloween. Thanks for wonderful your content. You guys really made this year a lot of fun. Oh, thanks, man.
We appreciate it. Yeah, hope you have a fun or had a fun. I guess for Tyler, Halloween was yesterday, so.
And it's a little and it is exaggerated, but like, I don't know. I've been this kid, lonely and
killing animals.
Killing animals.
Yeah, no. You know, no one has time for you. They just, go sit in the corner and leave me alone.
Yeah. But I think another movie. I will say, I think another movie we've covered on the channel that does make the killer the protagonist and explore their origin would be the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I think
you're gonna make Noah outraged.
I don't know. It doesn't think it's that deep, but I do think that movie handles those themes.
That is a better version
better
of
than
this.
this.
But.
See, yeah, because I was trying to think of a way to articulate my point earlier, and I didn't want to. I was trying to avoid doing the whole Silent Night, Deadly Night.
So sorry, real quick, Noah.
I'm just messing with you.
Sorry, real quick, Noah. This is some prequelitis bullshit.
Yeah, the fucking mask.
Why does he have this?
And I'm so torn on that because it's almost counterintuitive to like the other stuff we're doing with Michael and masks in these movies. They make that like a big. That's something they take from the first movie and really make a big part of his character, where he makes masks, he likes masks, but then we also have to give the William Shatner one a specific origin and why, and it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't get
that feels like a studio thing. Like you got to get the mask in there.
Yeah.
Now I would cry foul if he didn't wear it at some point, just because That is,
Sure,
it's like the hockey mask. You have to have it. And later on,
but
I think it's one of the best looking masks in this franchise. Granted,
mhm.
that's a low bar, but
Right. Yeah.
we
It's
didn't
just
need it
weird to
this
do.
soon.
Yeah, it's just weird to do that and the clown mask and the other stuff, right? That's
Well,
what's
and
weird
something
to me.
that's unintentionally
Well,
funny later on is when he's an adult, but he hasn't quite gotten to the Michael Myers mask yet, so he's wearing the like pumpkin one, but
Yeah.
he's like the
yeah.
size of a tree.
You like
I
trees?
do like that we are doing something with the idea of masks, though. Like, I agree with you, Robert, that like the way that the iconic like Shatner one is integrated in here is pretty clunky, but I like that he makes masks in prison.
Mhm.
I like that, we're going back to the clown mask from the original. Like we're doing something with it.
Well, and something
Which
that I
I
do find kind of chilling about this movie is you see this kid just kind of completely shut down in real time, and it's like he stops
Yeah.
processing at a certain age and never changes. He
Yeah,
stops
and
talking, he stops
Yeah.
responding.
I think
He
this
just
actor is
becomes
doing a
more
good
and
job.
more
Oh yeah, this
like
actor's great. That's one of the downsides to From Memory is they do some flashback stuff and it's a different kid.
They had a recast, yeah.
they had to recast, yeah. Um
How?
yeah,
Okay,
that was weird
I've never
watching back
been
to
that
back like that.
that drunk. I love that he doesn't wake up while he's being taped.
Also, I also think it's funny that he feels the need to duct tape him when he can just hold his head down and slice his neck. Like, what? Come
He's
on.
taking his time.
Tyler, I think the better way to make this work is just have the parents neglect him or to have him be quote what's about be quote about what's really bothering him instead of just having an abuse.
Quiet.
Well, but that is part of what they're doing. It's only an abusive side from his stepfather. Like his mom is more just neglectful because she's the only one
Mhm.
working, and his sister is an average teenager. She doesn't want to be saddled with a little brother.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't have a like for this take. I don't have a
Those
problem
and
with giving
I've
him an
seen this
abusive
family
father.
before. Maybe not the abusive stepdad, but the mom that's never there because she's always working. The kid that is always alone.
Mhm.
This is also I never thought about this. This is also kind of a remake of the first one. That's just the one girl and her boyfriend from the end of end of the first one. Not literally, but the same dynamic where it's a guy goes out to the kitchen and he's gonna get killed.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, but we'll also kind of do
We'll
that
do that
scene again
later.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one of the problems with the back half is it does
you can tell
cram
the
in way too much for
Weinstein's
that
went.
first
Now
movie.
you have to do the first movie. I am glad they never made a third one of these. I don't know if you knew the plans for that, but it was gonna be Halloween 3D.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'd watch Halloween 3D.
Well, and Noah, I think you and I have talked about this, but Zombie didn't even want to do two. He had such a terrible experience on this movie.
And
Mhm.
I can tell.
Yeah, and one thing we kind of buried the lead on is I believe, John, correct me if I'm wrong, his original plan was to do two movies, but the first movie would be entirely the Michael Myers backstory and origin story, and then the second movie would be more of a remake of the original.
I think
Uh,
I've heard that somewhere, but I'm not sure.
okay. And what I heard is
I
the studio was like, no, do both of those in one movie.
yeah,
So by the time you get to two, he has like no ideas and has to make something up and go with it.
and I like that in theory for this take. Just doing a whole movie about the kid stuff. I don't know if you would have won general audiences over on that, especially in '07.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it would have worked. And Tyler says he thinks the stepfather. I, is it a stepfather? I thought these were his biological parents. We keep saying stepfather,
I
but
think the dad is a stepdad, but I could be wrong.
maybe okay. We're talking over it. I don't know this movie super well, so maybe you're right. But to what I was saying earlier, it's like I'm fine with him being over the top and evil because, like you said, John, there are horrible fathers and stepfathers like this in real life. I just don't need so many characters in this movie with that personality and archetype. Like you want him to stand, and again,
Yeah.
that's even more of a problem with the second movie where it's just crazy evil rednecks.
Let's
And
have a
But see,
horribly unlikable character for Michael to kill in this scene.
yeah,
Like,
I think the movie kind of this one kind of balances itself out once we get past this.
I don't completely disagree, but it's like you also have the evil psychotic bully, and it's like you could pick one, you know. And then again in the second movie,
But I
that
would cry
more of a
foul
thing.
if this kid's not getting bullied.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. It's just a movie, but
This
there's
is
a difference between
weird.
bullying and
this is
Stephen
very
King's
weird.
psychotic bullying. And yeah, this is very creepy.
I think my point with the over the top unlikable characters is I find it hard to take this seriously as a serious character study of the mind of a killer when you have such cartoonishly unlikable characters in it. But that's,
Yeah, he should not be wearing the real Michael Myers mask.
He kind of looks like a tiny Michael, like a little person
Yes.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. But I maintain that's maybe the best mask since the original.
I don't
It
disagree.
kind of just, I mean, it kind of just looks 1-to-1 with the original.
Which is
But
a
no,
compliment,
that puts
because
it
the
above
series-
all of the other movies.
because the series has fucked it up many times.
That's true. The H2O mask is horrendous.
The 4 one is horrendous. 5 is also not good.
I think my favorite masks are in 2018 and Kills. I like the burn
Yeah.
marks he has in Kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
love
2,
that.
even
They're
Rob
mad.
Zombie's Halloween 2, I think fucks it up. It gets too damaged. I didn't want to see any of his
And
face.
that's weird.
Yeah,
I really like. It's unintentionally funny, but I like the cuts to Michael just standing there and the camera's like vibrating really fast.
yeah.
And I too, I do think this is disturbing. The way we draw this out more.
Yeah, so
It-
no,
it's
the only thing I fight you on is like I don't feel bad for the stepdad. I feel bad for this kid, like for this girl.
I feel
Yeah,
more bad
she's-
for her.
She's like an annoying teenager, but name one teenager that's not annoying.
Yeah,
I feel bad for her. I also wish we had more time with her and got to explore that time.
And Tyler says that he feels like the dialogue has swearing for swearing's sake.
there's a lot of that.
But I've met people that talk like that.
But,
I don't know.
but
Like,
there's a lot of people that talk like that in this movie, and again, as I keep saying, that's more of a problem in the second one.
no, the second one takes everything that is wrong with this one and just dials it up to 11 from memory.
Yeah,
okay.
I like
yeah.
this version of Laurie Strode when we get there quite a bit. I can't stand her in 2.
and just to clarify something, Tyler did say that he is a stepdad, and Judith says that her and Michael's dad is in heaven. So and that is an idea where it's like, oh well, I wish we talked about that more. Like if this is going to be a deeper exploration of this character and his trauma, and like I want more than just one line about his dad being dead. Like do something with that.
Well, and I feel like if he'd gotten to do this his way, we might have.
Mhm.
But we have to truncate this stuff so we can get to the stuff that you remember.
Yes.
Perhaps, yeah.
I do like this scene. This is a nice twist on the first one where she comes home to find Michael just chilling, holding his sister, and then oh god,
Oh
The House
god,
of
oh
Horrors
Jesus.
inside.
Yeah.
And
And
this is very,
we mentioned
like,
it right at the top, but Sherry Moon Zombie is actually pretty good in this movie. I think she sells
Yeah.
the
I think most of the cast is fine.
I think it helps that it actually feels like she's playing a character. In most other
She's playing-
things, she's just
Yeah.
herself.
well, she's playing a developed character, and she sells the playing a mother that just lost her entire family to one of her family members who she
Yeah.
still loves.
Well, and
Like,
her
you know,
her ending is horrifying.
yeah.
Mhm. It's very bleak. Yeah, and like I said, I'd be fine if we just never made another Michael Myers movie again. We got plenty of them. But if we do have to make,
It's just not how these franchises
I know,
work.
I know. I know. But if you have to reboot again, the way I would approach it, my take would be kind of a middle ground of what the first movie is doing and what this one is doing. My pitch would be to do like a 10 or 15-minute prologue where we follow Judith, his sister, as the main character, and we explore her POV. And then Michael's just in the background. You don't do like the abusive family stuff. He's just a quiet kid in the background. And then when the switch happens, when the snap happens and Michael brutally murders his sister, I'd want to play it in a way that like comes out of nowhere and feels horrific. Like what the fuck?
Honestly,
And then
sorry.
well, and then do some of what this movie does of actually seeing Loomis interacting with Michael and trying to help him because
This might be my favorite stuff in the movie.
So that's how I'd approach it. If
honestly, I would just do a Halloween movie. Michael's just in a town somewhere. They don't say where. He's just in a town, and teenagers start dying.
And I think my pitch would be, well, then that's what the sequel can be. It's what we always talk about. Just have Michael just show up in another town and go. Like that's what I would do.
And I don't dislike your idea. I wouldn't even concern myself with a reboot. Just a general, Michael, this could happen anywhere in any timeline. You could put it wherever you want. There's like 6 of them. It's just he shows up in a town and starts killing people.
That's fair. I would prefer just a hard reset. Man, because you also have people who are like, no, we need the legacy sequel to 4, and we need a good Jamie Lloyd sequel. And it's like, no, let them all die.
So, okay. I can see both sides of that. I can see both sides of that. Because Jamie gets done real dirty in 6.
Yes.
And I can't complain at seeing what's that actress's name?
Danielle Harris.
In a slasher movie. She's great. I love that actress.
She's good in this movie.
Yeah. And I thought that was classy. They at least got somebody from those original movies.
That's also something that annoys me about the Blumhouse trilogy. I am annoyed that they never asked her back for a different part. Because she has such a long history with this franchise. You could have thrown her in there somewhere as any random character. That would have been nice. Throw her a bone.
Here's the most tragic character of this movie. Danny Trejo as the custodian.
Yes, that is correct.
I was good to you, Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and maybe this would have been too much like the original sequels. I would have just cast her as the daughter if you're going to kill her off anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I'm of two minds about that.
Because they got what's that actress's name? That plays Laurie's daughter, Judy Greer. They got her, and she doesn't do anything in those movies.
That's fair.
She has the most to do in 2018.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say kills.
Well, I don't like her. I mean, I guess she gets a fair amount to do in kills.
No, she gets stuff to do in kills. Then they just like, well, she's
dirty.
Yeah,
she's dead, and then in the third one, nobody cares. They moved on. Malcolm McDowell is one of my favorite actors that just never, I think, got got his dues. I think because he's in a lot of like B movies and
he's in a lot of garbage.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a similar career as Donald Pleasance, because Donald Pleasance is in a lot of trash, quote unquote, and stuff that's seen.
Yeah, he's in 5 Halloween sequels.
But like, he's the best part of all of them.
Yeah.
Well, and I think this is the single best casting in the entire movie.
Absolutely, and
I like Brad Dourif as Sheriff Rackett as well.
No, he's really good.
Although
I am a little disappointed that we never get to hear Malcolm McDowell do that. I shot him 6 times.
I shot him in the heart. Yeah, and so I don't think I've ever seen the unrated cut of this movie.
I know I have, but I can't remember now.
Well, that's what you own on Blu-ray, right? Yeah, because for some reason on most Blu-rays, like the easiest version to find of this movie on physical media is the director's cut, but on streaming you can only find the theatrical cut. It's absurd.
Well, and the director's cut doesn't come with the theatrical cut. I don't understand.
It's bullshit. Yeah. So I don't think I've seen the director's cut for myself, but I'm aware of the differences. I've seen videos and stuff breaking it down. I know the second movie is much more different between the two cuts. The director's cut of this is just a longer movie,
Yeah.
aside from one sequence, which we'll get to. That's very different. But other than that, it's
Which
just a
is
longer movie.
yeah. They
But
should not have changed that sequence.
no, I think most people, the general consensus seems to be that the theatrical cut that we're watching is the better version. However, I have heard that the director's cut has some extra Loomis scenes that are really good that do make him more sympathetic.
Yeah.
That I kind of wish stayed in.
No, from memory, the only thing I don't like about the director's cut is just the changed escape sequence because it's a lot
Yes.
more. What?
But, yeah.
What happens in that?
Is
We'll
that-
get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I need to
This
make
is
sure
the
that I'm
only
thinking
version
of the
I've
right
seen.
one.
No,
Right.
I know what John's talking about. But I know there are a couple more scenes like in this part of the movie with Loomis trying to get to Michael and
Yeah.
Michael's time here that probably should have stayed in, if this is what your angle's gonna be.
But I really like this stuff where his mom is trying, but he's slipping. You
Mhm.
know. This also does have one of the most unintentionally funny moments here in a minute, with the nurse.
What they leave the nurse alone in a room
That I-
with.
Yeah, and then she's
With
like
Michael
really
Myers.
mean to this child for no reason.
Yeah, and I think there's more of that in the director's cut here. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but I think it's more out of nowhere in this version when he attacks her. But I know there's a couple extra like lines from the nurse.
Is this supposed to be a reference to the nurse at the beginning of the first one? Because I know we don't do
I
the
would
whole
think so.
escape. We don't actually. She's not actually in this movie like that character.
But also, this nurse played by Sybil Danning, which is awesome. Best known for Howling 2, Stir
I
of
was
a
gonna
Werewolf.
say-
Oh, okay.
The Howling 2 stars, Sybil Danning.
Yeah, there's an extra line here in the director's cut where she's like, cute baby. Hard to believe that's related to you. Where it's like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I didn't realize that
Yeah.
wasn't in this cut. No, it's hilarious. She just out of
Yeah.
nowhere is like, "You're an ugly motherfucker."
No, don't kill
That's
Sturba.
why,
You
that's why I
asshole.
was a little confused when you first said that, because I remember it being more abrupt in this one.
Which probably works better for Michael. It's just like, oh, I have a chance, and
And like, oh, he's too far gone. Like,
yeah,
because he will hit that point where he's not just killing people out of revenge or personal motivations. Like, he will just kill everybody, like Danny Trejo's character.
yeah.
Michael gets to a point where he's not
And
just killing characters.
I really
around
like this
him.
the look on this kid's face, where it's just like, yeah, there's nothing there.
He's crazy.
I didn't need the freeze frame, but
What's funny is we're not
We're
synced
almost
up
there.
perfectly, but
Oh.
okay. There we go. I just
Just
hit the
the
freeze
freeze
frame.
frame, yeah.
That's fine. Why is the release of this movie so fucked?
I don't get it.
And how hard is it just to, like, if you're putting out a Blu-ray, just put every cut on the Blu-ray?
I know.
God.
So dumb. Yeah, there should be. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard about like the future of Scream Factory. I guess is kind of up in the air right now, but
Oh no, that's not good.
yeah, maybe someone else like Arrow can pick up these movies and do a proper 4K release.
Yeah, because John, there's never been a 4K release of either of these movies, right?
No, I keep waiting for someone to announce it because they've done all the others at this point.
This is really sad.
Yeah. This is effective.
15
So, like,
years later.
When I messaged you guys earlier, I was on like the Fandango Voodoo app, and and I found 2 cuts of Halloween 2, the theatrical and the director's cut. I just found the theatrical cut of this. I could not find the director's cut on there.
Yeah,
It's bizarre.
yeah. No, it's so strange, and it's not like this has a special distributor. As far as I know, it's the same one as the last 5.
Hmm. I like this set. Again, so there is a style to this movie.
And people complain about it. I love like wrestling built Michael Myers.
It's really goofy. I don't buy that kid grows into Tyler Mane, but it's fine. I do like the paper
movie logic that I can buy.
So my thing with adult Michael in this is that he's just Jason.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, Jason's a better killer.
Well, and I get that's why you like it, John, because Jason's cool.
And Tyler Mane would have been great casting for Jason in this era.
Did I show you guys who? Because a wrestler named Braun Strowman is up for the role of Jason. He's confirmed he's been having talks. That dude's built like a tank.
Okay, there she cast him then.
But I like the idea that he hasn't said a word in 15 years. But sorry, no, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, just we'll get to it, but there's a lot of moments later where Jason just like crashes through walls.
You mean Michael?
Yeah, because he's just Jason in this movie. Yeah, I prefer the shorter, slimmer.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. If you're not going with the boogeyman, he just disappears into the night. He's unkillable, like a ghost or a wraith, like he is in the first one. And this is your take. Then I understand. Like if you're gonna go more grounded, you want a really big guy you can buy being really strong and taking a lot of damage. So for this take, I think it's fine. And 2018, I think it's like the perfect middle ground where that is a big guy, but still feels like the Michael from the first one. But I think 2018 is like the compromise between the two.
Yeah, and I think I like it at that medium though, but I think I would almost argue that the more grounded take would not to be going in this direction. It would be the shorter, slimmer guy. But
it's also a stylized movie. So that's the tricky balancing act.
Yeah.
Like, it's also trying to be a grindhouse thing.
I guess I find that this movie is just conflicted with being a grindhouse movie and a serious character study. Like, I think that those two modes are a bit at odds here.
That picture I just sent in the chat is the guy that's up for Jason. I would love it if he got it.
That's good casting.
I recognize this security guard.
Bill Moseley.
No.
Or maybe you're
not that one.
Scene, I don't know.
The bald one.
Okay, that guy, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is cool that Bill Moseley's here.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of this movie for me is there's just so much horror alumni just sprinkled throughout in all these bit roles.
And Tyler mentioned it earlier, but we're gonna get Ken Foree as Joe Grizzly, who might be the best character in this entire franchise.
I don't like this movie, but I do love Joe Grizzly.
He's great.
No, that is just Rob Zombie went, Ken, just be charismatic. You're good at that.
No, we talked over it, but one bit that was cut out that I think should have stayed in is in that last conversation between Loomis and Michael when Loomis says, like, we're done, you're getting transferred. There's an extra bit there where he like walks up to him and says goodbye, Michael, and then there's an extra shot of him like walking out and he's like looking back, like it's a little bits like that just add more humanity to him, like, oh, he really regrets this not working, that I think should have stayed in.
I agree with that, because in the version we have, it just kind of goes from I can't see you anymore to immediately profiting off of his story.
Right. And then this is, as John was alluding to, this is the sequence that is completely different in the director's cut.
In the unrated cut, if I remember correctly, He
Yeah.
gets out because 2 guards take an inmate into his cell, a female inmate into his cell. You can imagine what they're going to do because this is a Rob Zombie movie. And that's how he escapes.
So I will say, after I asked that, Tyler DM'd me and explained that scene to me.
Oh, okay. See,
but,
like, this is why I think you need a bigger Michael. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the shock value of it. This guy's like been pretty docile for like 15 years, and then oh fuck, like he's
well. And I think this is very classic, Michael. There isn't a reason or a motive. It's just he decided he's ready to go.
Yeah.
He's taking a souvenir. That's nice.
Yeah. And you get the head tilt.
This is pumpkin. The orange mask here is kind of reminiscent of the Halloween 3 pumpkin mask, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional.
Well, and that's the mask I was talking about. It is kind of silly to see this huge hulking guy with like a paper mache mask.
And with the director's cut version of that scene, again, just knowing about it, I probably prefer this. Sounded extra gratuitous and shocking just for the sake of shock value and like added. That's what most people seem to think is it just adds.
Why
to the
are you
movie.
taking him into that cell or her into that cell? Why are you? How have you not been fired?
Yeah. Well, and John, what we were debating back and forth earlier about too many evil hit rednecks. Admittedly, I'm also talking about the director's cut because one of the guards, the one who brings that, like I know gets a lot more screen time in the director's cut and is a very over the top evil guy. But in this cut, he has like one line, like he's barely there.
Now we're gonna get to the saddest death in this movie.
I agree. Yeah. We love Danny Trejo.
I just think it's funny that this is the role you cast Danny Trejo in.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get anything to do and then die. He's good in it, but he's like gets nothing to do and then just dies.
And I think doesn't he get the Michael Myers mask from Joe Grizzly?
No.
Okay, no,
that's where he gets the outfit.
I know he gets the outfit.
Floorboards in the Myers house.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, we gave it an origin. And no, like I don't know, like how Danny Trejo getting a small role. It doesn't bother me just because that's throughout this entire movie. Like Sybil Danning, like there's lots of recognizable actors who just pop up in a scene or two, and then so it's just what this movie's doing.
It's just kind of weird.
I would have thought you'd make him a security guard personally. But I think this is fine. This is memorable.
Yeah, and this is where he fucks up.
This is a sad death.
At least my interpretation is if he just stood back, I think Michael probably wouldn't have killed him. But it's when he tries to put the handcuffs on him where Michael's like, nope. But I don't know if it needs to go this over the top.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a slasher movie. You want the kills.
Yeah. And I think the kills in this are hit or miss.
The Grizzly one is probably one of the best uses of camera shaking. You feel like every impact.
Yeah, I just don't need this scene of him trying to drown him in the sink.
Yes, we wouldn't want our villains to do evil things.
It's not that. It's just like, okay, when is the scene gonna end?
Oh my god.
And I don't know.
Hey, remember Scream?
I do remember Scream. Another thing I don't quite vibe with is I'm watching a slasher movie. I want a slasher movie to be fun. This movie's just kind of like all brutal the way through. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have that. I think that,
but also, go on, John.
I think there's fun in some of the brutality, like the Joker, Kin Foree scene is really fun. That scene's not fun, but I like that there are certain kills that it manages to make you feel at least a little bad.
It's
And
Clint Howard.
there's Clint Howard
Yeah,
on the
sorry.
phone.
This
And
is
he,
a
I think,
music
has a big role in
choice.
the director's cut.
Oh yeah, he's listening to Rush.
But I'll say, I think the gore is good. The fake blood and all that stuff looks good. Like I for what it is, I think it's a good looking movie. But John, where I have issues with some of the kills is I find a lot of them just kind of generic and forgettable. Like that escape sequence, I think is fun. But a big thing that is missing for me here that I do think is a problem is you don't get enough of the creative Michael just celebrating Halloween trick or treat stuff that's all over that first movie. Like you do the Bob kill because that's from the first one, but that's like part of the appeal or what makes him stand out, I think, in the first one is moving the bodies and the decorations and putting on the ghost
You
costume.
get
It's
that a
like
little bit in this, but not.
only a little bit, and it's mostly when we're just repeating stuff from the first one.
Yeah,
Hey, the best characters on screen.
Joe
He's
Grizzly's
great.
here.
We love Ken Foree. Happy to see him here. But I also think that's a problem with this franchise going all the way back to 2,
No,
where
that's just a
he's
problem
just
with
walking
Michael.
around killing
Michael is a
people.
one-trick pony.
And I don't completely agree because he does have a personality and gimmick and ticks in the first one that we quickly abandon.
Those
Like I was
feet
just
look
explaining
disgusting.
with. Oh, totally. But the
28.
big thing with Michael is he likes Halloween. He dresses up. Like he's just taking trick or treating too far. Like that's what Michael is.
Do you think 2018 was looking at this scene for their big bathroom scene?
Yeah.
This and the H2O one, because H2O also has a similar bathroom scene, except that one doesn't actually have a kill.
Yeah.
And then 2018, part of why that's one of my favorites is 2018 does bring back a bit of that Michael. Just he's just a fan of Halloween, man. He's creative. Like
Yep.
when he takes the severed head and makes a jack-o'-lantern out of it, like that's fun. Like that's the stuff I want.
Well, and 2018 has the best scene of just Michael being a force of nature, where it's like, I think it may be a one take. It's been a minute since I watched it,
Yep.
but when he's just walking through town killing people.
It's great.
Oh yeah, that's a winner.
No,
That's what
I
I
love
like,
this, and I normally hate shaky cam. I think this is a great use of it. It really
Mhm.
makes the each like blow, you feel it, you know.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with the direction of this movie. Again, for the take,
Although,
what it's going for.
how strong is he to bend that entire?
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't think it's grounded.
I think it's the drama is grounded, but he's definitely taking liberties with the real, like the kills, which is fine.
He's just a really strong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it
Yeah.
quite strikes that balance well.
Well, that's just because you hate everything.
I do.
First it was Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now it's this. What we're learning is he hates these slasher epics, for lack of a better term.
I like Silent Night, Deadly Night more than this.
Oh, that's because it's a better movie than this.
I also do. I do like that movie. I don't really like this movie really all that much.
But Dee Wallace as the mom is fun casting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. I'll give this movie a compliment. I like how they update Laurie.
No, she's great. I think
It's
she's
funny
great.
because I don't really like Laurie in this scene, but after this, I think she's fine.
This scene's kind of whatever, but in general, I
Yeah.
like.
I-
she's not, like,
That scene is a little.
Yeah.
yeah.
That scene is a little cringy, but I like it in that teenager trying to make her parents uncomfortable way, because she's not like that for the rest of the movie. I think that's a purposeful.
There's a nice moment
Yeah,
she
yeah.
has with her parents later. Like, yeah.
And there's more of that in the director's cut, and that's the other stuff that should have stayed in because you do get an extra couple scenes with her and her parents. Because
Sorry.
Yeah, if you're
Uh,
sorry, I'll finish this real quick. But if you're gonna remake this and do something different, I like spending more time with Laurie's parents or adopted parents, just because they're barely in the original movie, and that is something you can explore more.
Oh
Draven,
my god,
so
it's Jimmy Olsen.
Draven says that
That
he
it?
thinks his main problem with this movie is that pretty much everyone Michael kills in this movie is unlikable. I don't really, again, I don't agree with that. Other than the stepdad,
The bully.
and the bully, but I mean, bullies
Yeah.
are bullies. Name a horror movie without a bully of some kind.
As Noah was just saying, that's Skylar Gisondo as Tommy Doyle, which I did not know.
I didn't know
I-
Jerry until
I
I watched this a few weeks ago, and you get the close
You're
up
like,
on
wait
his
a
face.
minute.
I'm like, oh my god, that's Jimmy Olsen.
well, it
'Cause
blew
I
my
know
mind
him
because he's in this
from-
and Amazing Spider-Man as well.
Yep, I know him from that because he plays Gwen Stacy's brother, and he's also in several episodes of Psych as a young Sean in flashbacks. So I've seen him in stuff when he's like 12 or 13, but did not realize that was him here. as a
Well, and
little
of
kid.
course, we just finished a few weeks ago now, The Quarry with him in it.
Yep.
He's great.
So,
Yeah, so
I kind of
did
wish
they
they
just-
hadn't shown the mask at all, and he just found it here. I'm more okay if it's in the house, but we didn't need to see him with it before.
But why did they board it up? Like, why is it under the floorboards?
Oh, I always got the impression that he put it there because
Yeah.
he's not wearing it when his mom
Okay.
Yeah.
stumbles upon. Like that's why it's been here this whole time. Is because he
Why?
buried it there.
Why did he save it if he was gonna make other masks?
Well, but I don't know. That's part of the unpredictability of Michael Myers.
But it's what I was
No.
saying earlier. Of like, I feel like you should pick one. Like you're either
Yeah.
do a forced origin of the William Shatner mask, or just do this thing if he just likes masks and makes masks, and then he finds this one and likes it for some reason.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to do both.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have just been more okay with him just finding it, but I don't object. I'm not bothered by the fact that he, for whatever reason, decided to hide it under the floorboards.
It just makes more sense to me if we're going with the take that he likes masks and likes making masks. I don't think I would want him to make this mask because I don't know how you explain that, but I don't know. Just have another scene of him like finding it at a store or something. I don't know.
It's like a long montage sequence of like this really methodical. Like he makes a mold.
Yeah,
Goes through the whole
it's
process.
all in prison.
Now,
all
unfortunately,
these
we're in the part
resources.
where this is a remake.
It's
Yeah.
a remake speed through.
Yeah.
It,
Of
it's
the
yeah,
original.
this is the Halloween speed run.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I watched this most recently, I was just saying to my friend, "Oh yeah, we're already at this scene. We're already at the scene, where Linda and what's her face are in the house. Except it's the Myers house in this version."
And
Yes.
to
that changed up.
Noah's point with the bigger Michael, I do prefer that, but it does make some of those shots awkward when you're remaking shots from the original. Nobody notices this 6-foot man standing next to a tree.
Yeah.
I think there are some effective shots of him like in the background in the darkness where like you might not even notice him, but stuff like this is good. Like it's creepy in the original because it's so far in the background. You can't tell like is that guy wearing a mask? Is that his face? Like that's part makes it creep. Here he's just out in the open. This 7-foot tall maniac.
Oh, Tyler
is a
does have
funny
a good point. Sorry, real quick, Noah. It helps
Yeah.
with the floorboard. It helps show the audience that he is lying when he says he doesn't remember what happened that night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a funny scene in the next movie where some kid trick or treating runs into Michael without his mask, just like bearded Michael, and he's like, "Are you a giant?"
I do remember that bit in one of the trailers because I do remember the advertising for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I was like, and when I was a kid, and I was like, what is this? I didn't know
What
it
is
was the
this?
first one. I didn't know it was a remake to an old movie. It was just this weird looking thing called Halloween 2.
Well, and Noah really liked when Michael decided to speak for no reason.
That's
Darn.
another. So I mentioned this earlier. I am aware that the director's cut of Halloween 2 is more substantially different than the theatrical compared to this
Specifically
one,
the ending.
and especially the ending. And I never remember because in one cut Michael says die, and another one he doesn't. I never remember which
That's
one
the
is
director's cut, is
It's
when
the
he yells
Okay.
die. Yeah.
The main thing that I know is that the ending is different, and I think the director's cut ending works better because that's the cut where she dies, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the
It's been a
director's
lot.
she dies in the director's
Yeah.
cut. Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, I was asking Noah because he just watched. She dies in the director's cut, and then you see her, I guess, in the afterlife, reunited with her family. The theatrical cut is insane and tries to make you believe that it was her doing the killing the entire time.
Yes, that was the original.
Yeah. And then the implication is not that she's in the afterlife, but she's in a mental
locked up.
institution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But then she wouldn't have
But,
died.
No, because I'm talking about the theatrical version because they use that same footage of her
Oh,
just
okay,
sitting there right at
Sorry.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the only difference is just context is they cut out that scene of her dying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
One
And,
other thing that I like is that I like that they keep Linda saying "totally" every 2
Yes.
seconds.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
fan of that.
she's good, and we mentioned it earlier, but I do think Danielle Harris is really fun
I-
casting as Annie. I
I
think
like
she's a
her
lot of fun
better.
in this.
And maybe that's just because I like this actress, but I like her a lot in this.
I don't disagree. Like, I love the original. The actress playing Annie, I think that's Nancy Loomis. Not a great actress,
Yeah.
admittedly, but so yeah, I think Danielle Harris is good casting for this role. And wanted to mention Scout Taylor Compton. I think is really
Use
good
your
as
words.
Lori. It's a weird name. Nobody
No,
else
I was gonna say that is an interesting name.
No, I like her a lot. So I like Halloween. Laurie Strode is not one of my favorite final girls. I think if you look at that objectively, she is no more well written or defined than any other final girl from the era. But what brings her to life is Jamie Lee Curtis's performance, and this movie kind of has that. But because you know the sister twist, they have the sister twist ahead of time. You're able to give her a little more depth. I am not, for anyone in the comments, before you come at me, I am not saying that I prefer this version. I am saying I like this version a lot, and I think they're able to make her a completely different character while remaining true to the spirit of the original Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
And here we have Sid Haig.
Here's Sid Haig.
Great. And yeah, like I said earlier, this movie does more with the Michael Laurie sibling dynamic than the original Halloween 2 did.
And in theory, I've liked that as a way to separate it from other slashers where you have this connection between the main character and the killer. It's just what they do with it in the original is so lame.
Mm-hmm.
And the original Michael's not built for that kind of twist. If you're going to do that, it has to be there from the beginning.
Yeah, and that's a factor in why I've never been the biggest fan of 4 or H2O or that era, just because that twist in 2 I never liked and always thought was unnecessary.
4 is fine just in terms of being a movie, but
yeah, like it's fine.
It's okay.
I still like Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah.
I just don't need the familial.
Honestly,
stuff.
2018 is my favorite Halloween movie. I've been on record. You good?
No, you keep going, but my TV just froze. So I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to catch up to where you guys are.
I'll give you a timestamp when you're ready.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
2018 is your favorite Halloween movie.
Halloween movie. But I think it's bullshit that Laurie Strode has gotten 2 legacy reboots, and Jamie is still stuck in.
Yeah.
Got knocked up by Michael and killed horrifically.
That's an awful fate.
that sucks. It is horrible. And Halloween 6 is terrible. But also, like, Laurie, that's the OG. We're going back to the first movie, so I'm fine with that.
I feel like you could have done a legacy reboot that salvages both of those characters, but
It's I'm so far past it. I'm like, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. It's a bummer.
but also going all the way back to Halloween 5, like that ruins the ending of 4 because the ending of 4 does something
Well,
interesting.
that whole franchise is don't think about the ending of the last one.
Yep, and the Blumhouse trilogy kept that tradition.
Uh, more so with kills and end to ends, but kills picks up right where 2018 leaves off. Now, whether or not you like how they resolve that, that's fair.
Yeah,
but they don't say just forget the ending of the last one.
It's complicated.
They made the beer run in this like 10 times more complicated. Remember, they originally just runs to the fridge.
Why is the cooler outside in the van? Why isn't it just in there with them?
Well, okay, so are we at the Myers house?
Yeah.
No, what's your timestamp?
Right now I'm at 1 hour, 1 minute, 50. 1 hour and 2 minutes. So that's easier to say.
Okay, so I think the idea in this version is the Myers house is abandoned. It has just become a hangout spot for teenagers, and I actually think this works better than the weird Linda and Bob sex scene in Annie's house in the first one, where they're just like, yeah, nobody's gonna waltz in here on us. Let's make couch.
Their plan is insane in the original. She's babysitting for them, so they're gonna use her house, and then Annie's gonna drop her kid off on Lori.
Yeah,
Lori.
It's padding. Are we killing Bob? Is that the scene?
Yeah, we're killing Bob.
And see, I buy that this Michael can do that with a knife.
Okay, but it's still like they don't fix it. Like the knife is still sticking way too far out of his chest. Like it's not that big a knife for this to make any sense.
Oh, he's got a machete. You just didn't see it. He pulled his machete off screen.
Like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, from his back.
Well, no, but I can see a studio going, you got to do the shot, Rob. You got to do it.
Yeah.
The wine scenes were giving him a lot of issues on this.
I
think
I love this Michael Myers doing the ghost thing.
Hey, there's my jack-o'-lantern behind me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My jack-o'-lantern
Well, it's
bucket.
funny too because he didn't even wear the ghost thing outside. Where did this come from?
I can't. It just feels very obligatory.
Why is my boyfriend so much taller?
Tyler mentioned that in live chat. That's why this doesn't work. It's like, why is he 7 feet tall now? Why does she fall for this?
He's a good guy. He got her a beer.
Yeah.
That's something.
Her last beer.
And we haven't seen Brad Dourif yet in this version, right?
Yeah,
yeah. He
rocked up in a car and talked to them for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I just forgot about the pit.
Yeah.
I love that close up of the mask as he's strangling her.
Oh my god, I think he's evil.
I am a little glad they didn't try to recreate that 1-to-1 because I think even by 2007, phones are starting to move to wireless.
Oh yeah.
He's taking it with him. I need a scene in this movie like in Freddy vs. Jason when you're like Jason's mind and he's dragging bodies into that closet.
I like that we have an origin for Loomis's gun.
It's a fun addition. I like that.
I need a gun that can kill people real good.
And I think, like everything in this movie, and this is not up to 11 too, because in the original he's just got like a revolver. That looks like a Magnum.
He's got like a Magnum.
I'm a big fan of the Dirty Harry pictures.
Do you feel
I've always
lucky,
wanted
Michael?
But no, I definitely think Rob Zombie has something to say about family, not just with the Michael twist, but we make Laurie's adoptive parents characters. The sheriff, I think, gets more screen time in this than he does the original.
Yeah, there's an angle there I really like, that Michael was stuck in this, horrible household, and then his baby sister gets like actually a really good, healthy family. And like, is there jealousy there? Like, what's because I mean, we're gonna see him pretty savagely murder these people, and it's like, yeah, that angle I think is interesting.
Well, and I think there's a read to almost a read that you could say he stopped like at 15 years ago. In his mind, that's his baby sister. They're gonna go home and be a family, and he'll kill anyone that gets in his way of doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's, like I said, in the director's cut, I know there is more screen time with Dee Wallace that probably should have stayed in.
Yeah, there's still a definitive cut, I think, of this film.
As happens with many director's cut, like we rarely do you get like, oh, it's perfect, no notes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trying to think of a movie where it's just the director's cut is the only version to watch. I know there's some, but I'm blanking.
Yeah, Dark City is a big one, though I haven't seen that film, so I don't know much about it but I've heard like there are movies like that had a butchered theatrical release.
Oh, you know what? I know.
And then the director's cut is like the real movie.
I know. Clive Barker's Nightbreed is like that. Apparently, the director's cut is the only version to watch, but good luck finding it.
Oh,
I think that's a Scream Factory like exclusive.
Don't kill Dee Wallace, you asshole.
Because even with Blade Runner, the final cut has the unicorn scene, which I don't like.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's the best version of that movie.
So I forgot about this. This is interesting. Already we're establishing a motive. He's not just here to kill her. He holds up that picture of Laurie. Now, how does he know that that's his sister? He hasn't seen her in 15 years? I don't know.
Right. But I don't think they explained that part.
No. This is all really creepy.
What, the kid?
Remember, you're ahead of us.
Yeah, because she's talking about this kid. You're like, this is really creepy. I was like, what?
Hey, Jimmy Olsen gives me nightmares. I don't know about you.
That's true. And something else.
I do like their dynamic in this.
This is gonna get me. This is gonna get me in trouble in the comments.
Uh-oh.
I like that this Laurie has a bit more of a personality, or it's more energetic. The original is a real subtle performance. Like she's.
Well, and she's more of the shy one. Like she's more of an introvert in the original.
Yeah. And this, she's more of like a normal teen.
Yeah.
Slightly nerdier than her friends. Slightly.
And I've only seen this actress in these, but. Are you guys ready for the Rob Zombie Halloween Legacy sequel?
No. I won't be there for that. Not even Rob Zombie wants that.
No.
Don't make it without him.
This is such a missed opportunity. And maybe there were just rights issues.
We're watching the thing again.
It should be the remake.
Yeah. It should be the remake, yeah.
That would be fun.
Because it's a fun nod to Carpenter, yeah.
But I wonder if the studio was like, no, we have to pay for that. Fuck you.
Fuck you, asshole.
No, I always felt like they only did that in Ends because that was a Universal release, so they didn't have to 100%. Pay.
Yeah.
Well, another thing
it's just weird because you do it twice,
Yeah. Something I just remembered because I think we've talked over it, but another thing that's a little bit like that. We already saw a scene of a character watching the thing from another world in the flashback stuff. Also, Don't Fear the Reaper already played, and then I think that plays again later in this movie. So it's two things that they repeat from the original movie.
Well, and I almost wonder if he had planned for that to kind of be like a like a callback when this was 2 movies,
Mm.
Yeah,
but
could
then he
be.
had to
Yeah.
condense.
That could
Condense it
be
all
it.
into one. Yeah. Did you see Draven's comment?
Uh, which one? The Brad Dourif thing?
Yeah.
Oh, he says, I honestly wish Brad Dourif was the character we were following this. I kind of have that here, but I have that with the original too, where, look, I love Laurie Strode, but Donald Pleasance is the best character in that movie, and I kind of wish that he was the focus of that movie.
He's still in a lot of it.
Well,
I don't know. In
But
both
most
movies,
of his scenes
I'd
are
say
him
that movie's
hanging outside
great.
that house, scaring people off.
Yeah, it's great.
hey,
Hey,
Lonnie,
Lonnie!
No,
get
like
your ass.
get your ass out of there. Yeah, I love the original. There's also some padding in it, and you really feel that with Loomis, where he just has to kind of dick around there for a while before he can
Thank
join the
God.
climax.
Thank God he was standing there. Can you imagine if he had to like, go pee or something?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck!
Laurie
We also
Strode's dead.
This always happens.
We talked over one of my favorite Sheriff Brackett lines. I may have been born, but I wasn't born yesterday.
My mom says that to me all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the
but she's no
only
Brad
time I've
Dourif.
heard that.
Hayden, how is Hob Rob? God damn it. Hob Romby's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's terrible.
This movie's
Use
peak.
your
No,
words.
It's alright.
Yeah, I think it's fine. There are things that bother me about this movie. I don't think it's great, but I think I'm fine with it. I'm accepting
Ben
it.
Tramer.
It really helps that we got 2018, just because I finally got one I really like with
Yeah.
Michael again. But to quote one of my favorite cinema snob jokes, the original series unceremoniously kills off Ben Tramer, and this movie slanders him. I don't know what's worse.
This,
Justice for
obviously.
Ben Tramer.
Well, Rob Zombie's
Also-
Halloween 2 would have been better if they'd remade the greatest scene in all of
Exactly.
cinema.
Yeah. That's the worst part of Halloween, too. Is there's no Ben Tramer scene.
That's how it
Also-
should have opened. Like, we follow him for 10 minutes. And then...
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
the
no.
only remake of a movie that's not really a remake?
Well, because it's
I'm-
a sequel to a remake of of a different movie.
Yeah, but then
Right.
it's weird because they
It's-
do the hospital, but it's a dream
Yeah.
sequence.
Yeah, but that's more of just like a
That's an
nod.
homage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an homage. Yeah.
Hayden, did you guys get to what the hell?
No. We're not there yet.
Meanwhile, Alex from A Clockwork Orange is arguing with Chucky.
Yeah, so as much as I don't really like these movies, this is honestly one of my favorite Brad Dourif performances.
He's great.
He's amazing in the second one.
He's probably the best part.
I
of the
remember
second
him being my favorite
Yeah.
part. Because the big thing I hate about 2 is just I find Laurie really insufferable.
one. And
Yeah.
I've heard she's more insufferable in the director's cut, but again, I don't know that movie as well. I haven't seen it in a long time.
That's not one I go back to if I can help it. Don't worry, we'll
I'd
have
say
to do it soon.
I'd say Exorcist 3 is still my top Brad Dourif performance, but
Same.
it's good too.
This isn't a fair comparison, but for me, it's still Chucky, like, across the board.
I mean, he's great as Chucky.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
He is really good in Exorcist 3, though. Oh, that big, like, yelling scene that he has.
Yeah. No, I am not.
Oh, sorry. Was I raving?
I also like that this Loomis is more proactive. He's like, look, call them. You know, we need to go over there. We need to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, however, in the original movie, he doesn't know that Michael's fucking around with the Strodes because the sibling thing doesn't exist yet. All he has to go off of is Michael's probably going to go home, which he does. But then he's like, oh, he's in this area, but that is all he has to go on. Here, there is more to give him with this plot. And they're watching House on Haunted Hill. And that's
They're
fine.
watching the spooky skeleton
Speaking
movie,
of
guys.
House on Haunted Hill, yesterday's or 2 days ago now, movie challenge was a William Castle movie. So I watched The Tingler, which is the closest we will ever get to Vincent Price's The Scarecrow. It's awesome.
Oh hell
Did
yeah!
you scream when you watched the movie?
I did.
Were you tingled by
have you,
Vincent
were
do
Price?
you guys know what
tingled?
that's about?
Yes, I'm aware of that movie, but I haven't seen it.
I know the gimmick, but I don't think I quite know what the plot is.
The plot of that is he finds that there's like a parasite that lives on our spines, I think, and it reacts to
Okay.
fear. And so he like started
Yeah.
experimenting with fear. But the way that you stun them to stop them from doing whatever they're doing is to scream.
Is to scream, yeah. I know about that. That was like the big gimmick in the theater.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys need to see Joe Dante's movie Matinee. That's great.
I do need
I
to
want
see
to,
that.
yeah.
Speaking of Joe Dante, for the day before that, I watched The Burbs,
Yeah.
which is really good.
I need to see it. It's on my
Has a
watch
great Tom Hanks freak out. Draven says, I also hate that they show Michael's face way too much in 2 and he just looks like Rob Zombie. Okay, so I will agree with you that they show his face too much because they got the mask. But I mean, you could say that about any guy with a dark beard. Like, I don't
With
know.
long hair and a long beard.
I get
Actually,
where
Rob
he's
Zombie's beard isn't even that long.
yeah.
Okay.
I get where he's coming from though, because 2 definitely doubles down on just the stuff Rob Zombie likes in his aesthetic. This I think is a decent middle ground.
Which is, it is kind of a shame because I would have liked to see a straight remake of 2 because you could improve that movie.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm still waiting for a great, not Halloween, but just slasher movie in general with the hospital setting. I don't think we've gotten it yet.
So,
Because even if you like kills, like that doesn't use the hospital setting.
No.
well.
No. And the big set piece that's in the hospital is stupid.
Yes.
were you guys
This is
surprised that she survived this?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know that she survived into 2 until I watched 2.
Same here.
I
Again,
feel like
I
that's a
haven't watched it
little
in a long time.
retconny.
I think they keep it ambiguous, and you just assume she's dead because Annie dies in the original movie.
Right.
But yeah, Danielle Harris is so good in this movie.
She's great. No notes.
No notes.
It's
She's
I think
freaking
she's even
out.
better in the second one.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and
she's much more likable than
because
the
I remember
second one.
I think it was kind of a mistake to kill her in that one because she's more likable than the protagonist of the film.
The frustrating thing about 2 is like I do think there is a great movie in there that could have been made. It's just not what we got. But like
Yeah.
Brad Dourif's scene when he
Yeah.
finds her dead is.
And also
that's
feel
perfect
I think
moment.
you could feel a little bit of that because Zombie has been upfront saying they tricked him into doing that. They're like, oh, we'll let you do all this, and then they really start micromanaging and taking away budget. And it kind of feels like at a certain point he just started to try to make something atrocious.
Okay.
I don't think I'd say that with 2.
No, he's trying to say something.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to talk about 2 too much, but I think I respect that movie a bit more than this one.
I
they're
need to watch
I think
it
I
again.
rank them about equally, but I think I might like that movie a little bit more than the first one.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you which cut I prefer. I need to watch that movie again.
We'll do a double commentary on both cuts. Noah's
But,
gonna leave.
I will say the we talked over it. It's a little more convoluted than it needs to be with like any self-respecting sheriff. I took the baby, drove it to another town, and dropped it off. It's like I don't know if you needed to go that far with it.
Draven, it never really made sense to me why Michael didn't kill Annie in this. I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't feel consistent.
So you get a little bit of his creativeness here with the bodies. Where doesn't he have one of these guys as like a pumpkin?
Yeah.
With like the pumpkin
Yeah,
on his head?
Yeah, I think we just saw that.
Yeah, I looked away for a second, so
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
So that's something.
Oh yeah, here he is.
I do think that Laurie, the actress that plays Laurie in this, was in another remake that was like direct to DVD.
That's unfortunate. These are the
Yeah.
only things I know her in.
Yeah.
So if the idea is that Michael is leaving Annie alive like as a trap for Laurie, then that kind of works because Laurie's the one he's trying to get to and
Yeah, that was
I don't know,
Tyler was just
explain his
saying.
plight. That's all I got.
Yeah, Tyler was just saying something about that.
Because he's not trying to attack Laurie.
Oh.
He's just trying to be like, "Hey, I'm your brother."
Yeah, so funnily enough, her movie right after this was a movie called April's Fool's Day, which is a remake of an 80s slasher. Which, Robert, if you don't know, the original stars the actress that played Ginny in Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh yeah, I have heard that.
I didn't like that movie very much, but I don't think she's in the Night of the Demons remake. That's Laurie from Freddy vs. Jason.
Dun.
So Noah, because
this
you're
movie's pretty solid.
the score.
I just said the score is
I was
pretty
going to
solid,
ask you,
but,
how do you feel about the use of some of the Carpenter?
I think they're used appropriately. They're pretty good renditions too.
They're
They
freaking out.
don't change a lot about the instrumentation. Like,
I love that he's tall enough that he shows up in the glass on the door.
Just smash through. Actually, who does this? I don't know offhand who does the score.
It's a name I know because he does. It's Tyler Bates.
Okay. Part of me thought it might have been Rob Zombie himself.
No. So he has worked with Zombie a lot. He did the Snyder Dawn of the Dead. He did The Devil's Rejects, Slither, 300, Halloween 2,
The Guardians movies.
The Guardians.
The first two.
Yeah. He did X.
Oh, and the John Wick movies too. So he's done a lot of cool stuff.
Tyler says the score is used horribly. I can't agree with that.
Oh, okay. I think it's used fine enough. I have no real complaints. Like
I think
it sounds like Halloween, you know?
I think the first time it plays is kind of weird. It just feels very random, but I think it's
when he's hunting
fine.
down the bully.
Yeah, but it's before he's even hunting the bully. Like he's just like running, and then it's like dun 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 dun, dun and you're like, okay. I would have waited a little longer to kick that
Maybe
in.
just one more second, but yeah, I think that's just supposed to be transitioning to that scene. But yeah, no.
It's
I don't remember them using the original music that much in the second one, to be honest.
Wait, who did he just stab? Right. I missed it.
I think it's a cop.
Okay.
Because this is both speed running the original and also adding a higher body count.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, some of this stuff I feel like goes on longer than it.
Alright, so that was just a Jason Voorhees moment where he just smashes through the door.
Yeah, well, they're emulating the better killer.
It's almost like he should have made a Jason movie.
I would have loved that.
It would have been better.
Yeah. There's just something funny about him bursting in there, just grabbing her and leaving.
Mine.
He can't talk.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. I've seen Rob Zombie's Halloween too. He just grabs her and then is like, die.
Dar.
But he doesn't actually mean die. That's just all he could say.
And then
I
in
speak
Deadpool,
Michael.
and then in Deadpool Wolverine when he plays Sabretooth again, that's also what he says.
Oh yeah.
Good for him. Tyler Maine's got a very limited vocabulary.
When I saw the composer's name, I got it mixed up because it's composed by Tyler Bates and the
Tyler
stars
Bates,
Tyler
yeah.
Maine. I was like, wait a
Oh my
minute.
god. Michael Myers did the score for this movie. That's crazy.
amazing.
What a talented guy.
The way he says Annie there, I can hear a little of his Chucky. I don't know if you have that.
Annie. Andy.
Okay, so I forgot it's not super ambiguous. I forgot we get this aftermath scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's still a lot of movie left. It's really weird.
No,
But
so
even
the
then-
problem is that the rest of the movie is going to be the final showdown twice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Draven says, "Do you guys know about the alternate ending to this, where Loomis is able to talk Michael down, but it's the cops who shoot him?"
I didn't
don't
know
remember
about that.
and I don't know if that was filmed.
Yeah, I don't love that
Or-
idea.
That never.
I also,
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you needed to redo the ending with this, Michael. But
Yeah, for what I think ending this with Laurie shooting him is fine.
oh wait, that
It's
is
a
what
choice.
they do.
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
No, I'm fine with it. Sorry, for some reason I thought this had the exact same ending, where they
No.
shoot him and then he disappears. I think it's fine that
No.
Laurie shoots it because this is so focused on their.
And just the cycles of violence and family themes that, like, again, I think there is a great movie that could have been made out of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think there is stuff to work with and interesting ideas. I think it could have been great.
Yeah.
But as we alluded to earlier, though, the one thing you don't get is Malcolm McDowell's Loomis screaming, "I shot him 6 times." That we don't get. And that's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it's
Should have
unfortunate.
gotten that in the second one. And this is the scene where he's like trying to, because I think this is a nice twist on the first one, how they use the headstone and like how he's just trying to communicate what's going on. Like, again, when that's the take you're going with, I think this handles that stuff okay.
Mm-hmm.
With him trying to, he just wants a friend. He's like, "Hey, you're my baby sister."
He just wants his family back.
And then in the second one, her having to deal with, like, she was adopted and this crazy serial killer is her brother and killed her friend. Like, it's just so much shit she has to deal with in the second one. Like there's great stuff there to mine with a slasher sequel of just the trauma and aftermath of what happens to the final girl after all that trauma. And again, I think that movie could have been great, just not what we got.
Yeah, what we got's good enough.
Well, let's talk about the second one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say.
no,
I thought you
sorry.
didn't like the second
The second one,
one.
yeah, that one.
The second one is just kind of like trashy David Lynch.
Oh,
And Tyler said that sequence, the original ending, was filmed and it's on the Blu-ray. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that footage. And it's interesting that it's not in either cut, because I'm pretty sure both cuts have the ending of Laurie shooting Michael.
oh, yep. Alternate ending with optional commentary.
Interesting. But then the second one has to kind of retcon it, and it's like, well, it wasn't a direct headshot. Like, she actually just grazed him, and that's how he survives and gets away. But
It's almost like Rob Zombie didn't mean to make a second one.
yeah, it always looks pretty clear. I mean, in this one, that, like, no, he's dead. Like, she shot him point blank in the head. It's H2O all over again. Like, we very definitively killed him, and then said, never mind. We have to bring him
Well,
back.
and see, that's That's what always cracks me up. Is I feel like if you're coming into this series, especially by '07, you should know better. You can't kill him.
Right. He can't be reasoned with. He can't be
You
bargained
bargain
with.
with.
He will not stop.
And then I am going to go ahead and count this for my last 31 for 31. It's the movie that takes place on Halloween Day.
Yeah.
So, well, I didn't have time to watch anything else.
Earlier, I was gonna watch The Mist, but I didn't have time, so instead I rewatched Trick or Treat,
That's
which
a
I love.
downgrade.
So, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna try to watch The Mist.
You know, that's a very happy picture.
Yeah,
You can watch it with the family because it's a very family-friendly movie.
Yeah. Noah's really
But
excited to do a commentary on that one.
I'm so ready.
And yeah, this is when I just start to check out of the movie. Like some of these sequences, I just think go on too long. It doesn't have the suspense or tension that the original has. It's just
this is when
now
I'm
it feels like
checking my
padding.
watch.
Yeah. I do kind of like the swimming pool scene though. I think this is a cool visual, filled with leaves.
It's still going.
Yeah, it's like the movie. That's what's weird. Okay, that's part of what I find is so strange about this movie. It's you got half of it that's like this origin story, and it's a new take, and we're taking our time, and then the back half is a speed run through the original. Even with that being the case, until you get to the climax, but it's like, and then the movie still feels longer than it should be. Like we're over an hour and a half in, and it's like we're done. Why is this still going? It's very strange. And I know there's going to be like 5 or 10 minutes of credits or whatever.
There's going to be a Loomis thing. Mm-hmm. Loomis doesn't even kill him. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that it's Laurie that defeats him at the end, though, instead of Loomis. Yeah. Not that I hate that in the original. It's just like if you're going to remake it, that's the way to go to make it different.
Well, then that's one of my biggest hang-ups with the original version of 2 is that Loomis and Laurie get like no screen time together until the ending, and it's like, I think your first idea would be just see more of those two characters interacting because you don't get that in the first one.
Yes, but consider John Carpenter didn't care and he was drunk.
Oh,
yeah. I do think that that's maybe the biggest missed opportunity of the whole franchise is not having more scenes with the two of them together.
Yeah, if Carpenter didn't want to do it, get somebody else. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna half-ass it, don't bother.
Okay, however, it's also playing ball with the studio thing. It's a tricky position.
But I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the studio. If you know he doesn't want to do it, then don't make him do it.
My leg. It's all right.
James has the idea that he doesn't want to kill her until she stabs him. I guess. Yeah.
Well, she rejects him, and that's the final straw.
Well, and I like how that ties back into the opening because part of the reason that he spared her is she's the only one that wasn't mean to him in some way or neglectful. Mm-hmm. Granted, she was a baby, so she couldn't. But, when she rejects him, it's kind of that final...
But it's nice getting to hear Malcolm McDowell do some of these lines.
Say the line.
Was it the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, I do believe it was.
But he doesn't even get to say the best Loomis line.
There's a couple
what of... the hell?
There's a couple of lines that he doesn't get. They have a play on it, but I wish he'd gotten that there was nothing behind his eyes. There was the devil's eyes.
Yeah, and they make that
eyes.
They make that the name of his book.
Yeah.
Michael, I failed you.
That's true, Draven. He killed Danny Trejo, who was good to him.
That was good to you, Mikey.
And I always thought the implication here was that Loomis, dies, but of course we bring him back in the sequel too.
His near-death experience turned him into an asshole.
I do kind of like asshole
Sure.
Loomis.
I don't like that he has nothing to do for that entire movie, and then at the last minute he's like, "I want to be good, actually."
No, that whole movie should have. By the second act, it should be he's on his redemption path.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen until the end of the third act.
But Scout here is playing this really well.
Yep.
No, she's great. Yeah.
She's very good in both of these.
Can we all agree there's like one chase scene too many with her and Michael in this? Like, again, I'm just like, why
Have
is
you
this still going?
Okay, but I mean that's also a problem in the original. Like that, I love that chase sequence. It restarts like 4 times because it has to.
I think it's handled better there.
I don't know. This isn't bothering me. I mean,
I've just been really checked out for the last like 20 minutes. But I think most of this movie's fine.
this has been going on for like 10 minutes at most.
Something that
I'll take your word for
that
it.
movie had that this movie doesn't really is tension
Suspense.
and suspense, subtlety.
And I will say, for being a Blu-ray transfer, this movie doesn't look bad.
No. Yeah, I think the movie looks fine.
Because you look at a lot of Blu-ray screen caps, and especially when you compare them with a 4K, and it's like, oof, that is like really bad. But I don't know. This looks good.
Draven says, well, Loomis's whole redemption happens after he gets roasted by Weird Al. That is true. And probably the best scene in that movie.
During that whole scene, I was waiting for him to go Joker on Chris Hardwick.
I just love that Weird Al is in a Halloween movie and a Rob Zombie Halloween movie at that.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I think it's canon with the Naked Gun movies. That's what I choose to believe.
When are we going to get Frank Drebin versus Michael Myers?
Soon.
Michael, I will find you, hunt you down, and I will kill you.
You just hear it's just heavy breathing on just awkward silence. Wall bad.
It's his biggest enemy in this movie. Walls.
We can shave a couple minutes out of this. The scene goes on forever.
I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah. And like Loomis is dead, right? Like I think he's blinded in the next one. I think they keep that like his eyes were gouged out or like his eyesight's permanently damaged. I think.
No, he can see fine in the next one.
Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah.
we saw Michael pressing his thumbs into his face.
Yeah, we completely ignore that in the next one.
Gotcha.
I
Because
don't
like
even know
he's
if
dead here.
Nah, he's just chilling. He's a little tired. I did all I can, Laurie. It's all up to you now.
That is 5 minutes of film we could have cut out.
Yep. Smile, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like we do the scene of her in the wall that's kind of mirroring the scene of her in the closet in the original, and then we do this scene.
Yet again. It does, yeah. It's,
but remember when he smashed the wall? Well, now he's gonna smash the ceiling.
The ceiling.
It's different.
That's different. Yeah. That's like what I was saying earlier when they're repeating. It's like We already did that. We already
Yeah.
did the callback to the first one here. We're doing it again.
That's what's so weird. It's like both a speed run of the first movie, and still there's more stuff. There's more padding.
Yeah,
It's really strange.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this scene does have suspense to it, but that's also just because it's the closet scene.
Yeah, but like that 5 minutes of him just walking around and then kicking the wall, cut all that out, and then just do this part.
Just trim it down.
Yeah. And part of the problem is in the structure of this movie, Michael starts going after Laurie a lot earlier than he does in the original. So to me, that's where it feels more padded and drawn out. Because it's not until like the very tail end of that first movie when the chase with Laurie kicks in.
Right.
Here we've spread it out with other stuff happening in between.
No, like the pacing all around in this movie is pretty wonky.
Mhm.
I think that was one of the things that stuck out to me on my most recent rewatch. Is structurally, I find this movie pretty jarring.
I do like this scene. No, this part's fun. This final showdown. I do like how like brutal this fight turns into. Like this bit I like.
Just runs at her.
And again, that's an idea I like, that Laurie physically gets a lot more fucked up in this one than she does in the original. It's a much more bloody showdown here.
It's better because it's more gory. Robert's just out for blood. He just wants to see more blood.
I'm trying to find more
Pictures.
positives. I don't know. I don't think that in this movie the gore is too gratuitous. I just wish it was more creative.
Yeah, I have that same thing. Like, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I don't remember a lot of the kills in this movie.
Right. I do think this movie is more gratuitous with the nudity than it needs to be. Like, there's probably one topless scene too many. Like, we do that a lot in this, but whatever.
I forgot that. Yeah, there was that scene with Annie earlier. But what was my point? Oh yeah, no. Like, I think that this movie is just kind of more focused on brutality than
Mhm.
creativity when it comes to kills.
She's freaking out.
Just freaking out.
Yes. Well, that was Rob Zombie's Halloween.
The baby.
Oh.
All right, now that was Rob Zombie's Halloween.
And I think it's fine. I don't love this movie. I much prefer the original, but I'm cool with it. Like, it's whatever.
It's a good movie.
Don't really like it all that much.
Travis says, "Oh, it gets real gratuitous in the next one."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a figure from this movie, so I just have my 2018 Michael Myers out.
That's fine.
That's
It's the better Michael.
It's great. Yeah, it is the better Michael.
Better Michael. It's the better movie.
Oh.
But
well, that was Halloween, 2007. Crazy, we're 2 years off of the 20th anniversary. About to be a year.
I know. That's weird. But yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Thanks for hanging out. Wow, it's only 9:00. Noah, do you want to do something else tonight, or do you have plans? What?
I think I actually need to get going.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, that's fine. So we're gonna call it here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We'll be back Sunday with our regular scheduled program. So I think we're gonna try to finish Alien.
Yes.
Rogue Incursion, and that's a weird choice.
Oh, I exited out of the
Credits.
movie.
Mr. Sandman is playing over the credits, which is a Halloween 2 thing.
It also played earlier in the movie for a second.
Yeah.
That's another one that they do twice. But yeah, well.
Anyway, well, thanks for hanging out, everyone, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.